Well, this started many years ago. I would say approximately 30 years ago when I got my first dentures put in. They lasted quite a while, but I noticed that they started to deteriorate after a couple of years, and I had to have a new one made. So I constantly had to have new dentures put in. The breaking point was not too long ago. I was sitting in a restaurant, and there was nothing on that menu that I could actually eat because there would be so much pain in my jaw and on my gums. So I had to order soup, and I could hardly eat that, and a roll that went with it. And this is a beautiful high-end restaurant, and I felt kind of intimidated, and I couldn't bite down on the roll, and that's what started it.
Before we had treated Stephen for the procedure, we had actually seen him a year ago. And when he came to us, I could just see it in his eyes that he was talking himself out of it. He was not ready at that time.
I didn't know if I was going to be a candidate for it. I knew something had to be done, but I didn't know if it could be done at the time.
And some months later, one of our team members reached out to him and said, "Hey, Stephen, how's everything?" And they spoke for a while, and he decided to come to see us again.
When I walked in the front door, everybody had a wonderful smile. I immediately felt like the team here was so very, very friendly. They made you feel at home right away. They put you at ease and talked to you all about your situation that you were in, and sat down and just had a normal conversation, and they talked about how they could help me.
And he looked like he was closer to making that decision. And it was interesting to me because he opened up about his experiences with what he was going through with the denture, and how he has to plan when he's going to take a bite from a piece of food or his day.
Right away, when I first met Dr. Alptekin, I had a good feeling. He's a very kind-hearted man, and he genuinely wants to help his patients.
It turned out to be the best decision that he's ever made. He's so happy. I just love seeing him every time he comes in for a check. It's just amazing how it helped his life, and I'm just so thankful that I got to meet him.
The biggest difference I've seen is that I smile more often. I eat much, 155,000% better, and I don't go overboard, but there is no food that I can eat anything that I want, and that's a huge factor. I don't have to worry about looking at a menu and picking things out. I can pick out whatever favorite food I want to eat, and that to me, there's no amount of anything that can speak to that. So you would have no problem visiting Nuarch Dental at all. I highly recommend them.